Now, Einar Tangen joins me now from Beijing. He's a senior fellow at the Taihe Institute. Thanks very much for your time there, Einar. Now, in its 95th year, tell me about the achievements of the PLA.
Well, I mean, Sally, the achievements are the independence of China. It was formed during the Nanchang Uprising, 1927. Obviously, it was successful. If you look at their flag, it actually commemorates, it says 8th month for, well, it doesn't say month, but 8th one, standing for when they were actually created. They are tasked with protecting the Chinese mainland, like every other military out there. They're very proud. They've undergone tremendous changes over the years, especially in the last 10. More centralized, more professional, and they are definitely advancing in terms of their technology.
Now, the Chinese Defence Minister has called for the army to modernise. In what way does the PLA need to work on their modernisation? Have they got the resources to do so?
Well, they don't have the resources the U.S. does. I mean, the U.S. puts the next 10 countries to shame in terms of the amount that they spend, and it's increasing. There have been increases in the PLA's budget. It's much more in line with what the GDP of the country is. But yes, they do have to modernize. They feel very strongly that the U.S. is, in fact, trying to encircle them with 400 bases surrounding China, with these monthly, sometimes bi-weekly ships going up and down the Taiwan Straits, with what's happening with this incident with Nancy Pelosi, whether or not she's going to go there. And the continuing vilification of China on a daily basis. The PLA feels that they have to be able to respond to the strongest military in the world, not as an aggressor, but in terms of defense.
Yeah, there's been a fair bit of reporting both in Chinese media and Western media about some strikes and drills that have been happening in the sea ahead of a potential. We don't know if Nancy Pelosi is going to visit Taiwan. We know she's going to Singapore, but are these drills seen as a kind of warning against the US, or is this just simply, regular military practices that are continuing that China often does anyway?
Well, it's not unusual to have these kind of military drills, given that it's the 95th anniversary. It would be, obviously something that could happen. But definitely against this backdrop of what China sees as a hostile threat to a red line, and that is the independence of Taiwan. Yes, it can be seen as a show of force. China is trying to demonstrate that it's very serious about this issue of Taiwan. They have the sense that the U.S. sees it as a playing card, something that can be kind of used to put China off balance. But for China, this is not something that you play with.
All right, we'll leave it there. Einar, thank you very much for that. Einar Tangen there for us in Beijing.